Hey there! So tomorrow starts week 6, February 21st to the 27th. Just wanted to do a short video just going over some of the things you'll be experiencing next week. And also say I see that tons of people have turned in their quests and assignments from last week, so I'll start looking those over tomorrow. Yay! So the goal this week is to talk about the variability of learners. And not just that we're different humans, but that humans themselves are radically different from each other in ways that we did not know before, starting with neuroscience. So that's the goal. You're going to read and experience chapter 3, and it's a long one, so make sure you pace yourself and pace your time. You will have a reflection activity, and the reflection activity is going to be in the Google Slides. So you're going to choose one reflection, and then you're going to create one or more slides to be able to do that, and that's from chapter 3. Now your quest is to watch a video, and you should really do that before you read the chapter or while you're doing that too, because that also talks about learner variability, and that's important. So let's see, there was one other thing. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you a little bit about learner variability with this young gentleman here. This guy is Jack. Jack is my nephew. He is I'd say 6.5 years old. And that's him last summer. He competes on a basketball team. It's a 3-on-3. Actually, the city of Spokane has the largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the country. And Jack, as you can see there, competes in his basketball team while sitting in a basketball wheelchair and rolling around that way. It's hilarious to watch them and the other 6-year-olds do this. So how does that have to do with variability in neuroscience? So Jack was born really early, and because of that, he has cerebral palsy, which is why he can walk but can't play basketball in his chair. That's how his cerebral palsy has affected him. So the way it affects the brain in neuroscience, we now know, is that the front part of our brains is the last to become less pliant and to grow less. And actually neuroscientists think this happens in your late 20s when it's that front part that executive function starts being less plastic or resilient. What they found, though, in people who have, in particular, cerebral palsy, actually started with mice, that when Jack was learning to walk, cerebral palsy means part of your brain is damaged. And the part that's damaged for Jack is the part that's some motor functions in learning how to walk. So he had to, when he was learning to walk and to move, he had to rewire his brain, and where he ended up using some of it was from some of this front executive function, how to plan things part. So he can move really quite well. He does a great job in the wheelchair too for playing basketball, and I think he also does track, different type of wheelchair. It's very complicated. And he has a twin, fraternal twin brother who does not have cerebral palsy. So it's really interesting to watch both of them. They're both obsessed with basketball, but I think my brother is too, so it's the whole family thing. Anyway, back to neuroscience and Jack. Because Jack has used some of this executive functioning brain frontal lobe, when he gets to be a middle schooler and a teenager, his ability to make good decisions is going to be more impacted than his brother. His brother, being a teenager, you don't have as much ability to make decisions, and part of it's because this front part is still growing, this executive function is still elastic, plastic, and growing. So, but his is going to be even more impacted because he's used some of it up learning to walk and moving because of his brain damage. So what he's going to need is for people around him to understand that, and instead of thinking he's a bad kid or making bad decisions, realizing that he's just not as mature in that area, and what he needs are supports and people around him who understand this, so that as he gets older, he'll be able to make those decisions and he'll be just fine. He'll catch up just fine as long as he's supported. So, back to the goal of the chapter, that's just one part of human variability that brain science, neuroscience teaches us. Read and watch chapter 3. Like I said, it's a long chapter, so start right away and pace yourself. Watch this video of Todd Rose talking about human variability. You're going to love it. It's about 20 minutes long. Then do the quest and the reflection activity. As always, let me know if you have any questions, you need any support, or just want to talk back and forth, either through email, text, or phone call, or Zoom. And have a great week.